It's been a little while, but we are pumped to tell you about the Volkswagen ID.4.
A lot of electrifying stuff this vehicle, so check it out in this episode.
So yeah, in current times in the car industry, we're expecting a lot more electric vehicles, and by golly, Volkswagen delivered. And in another state of this, it's awesome to see that Volkswagen can deliver on that. They talked about it not even like 3-4 months ago about the idea of this even becoming a real thing, and now it's actually in dealerships. So boom.
Yeah. Or you try to go test drive one, but the dealership was like, you look kind of suspicious. Maybe waitlist, which means no thanks. But this vehicle does look pretty cool. Definitely, we talked about it on other videos before with electric vehicles. Like, why do they all have to look crazy, super futuristic? Why can't it just be a normal car?
Or lame. Sometimes they don't look good.
Yeah, Nissan Leaf. But it's like we're opposite sides of the spectrum here. It's like we got a futuristic car or a Leaf.
Right.
But this one is a pretty good happy medium, not just in the looks, but also the price point, Josh.
Right, and considering even though it's starting around the 42,000 mark, which does beat its competitor in the Tesla Model Y. Now, in size, we're talking about a comparison to, if you guys are aware of the Hyundai Kona or even the Kia Niro, both of those having the capability of being electric, if not the Kia Niro's a full hybrid. With that, you're looking at, somewhat of a compact SUV, but a little bit bigger, but nothing too big. So this is, for your average American customer that's looking for, I want to go electric, but I don't want a big old vehicle. I want something that's just right. I can park it easy. I can do normal things, but still have the cargo space in the back. This car is perfect for you guys. But keep in mind, it's going to be tough here in the coming years for electric cars to become more affordable. And when I say affordable, in the lower 30s.
Yeah.
Without them having enough range. That's the biggest challenge right now with electric cars.
Yeah, and right now, Josh already mentioned 42,000 starting point. You can rack it up a little bit with higher trim levels. Maybe eventually there'll be an extended battery if there's not one already at the time of recording this. But right now, it's like in the low, like 240, 230-ish range, something like that.
At the most, it's like 260 if you're not pushing it. You know, things like, it's similar to your gas engines where, like, if you're really just racing around, like trying to see how quick you can get it to accelerate, that's going to drain the battery a little more. I mean, it's expected, right? You're using more energy. So like Jacob said, this is a decent amount of range. So on your electric vehicle, I mean, if you're the regular commuter to your job, most places, we're here in Houston, there are places to charge, and I'm sure you can find a charging station in 250 miles at some point.
You would hope. If not, you're going back home within 250 miles or so. But this is like a perfect car for somebody who doesn't drive long distances. If they just drive 10 miles to work, 5 to the store, and then back home, like you're not going super far, this is great. This is not going to be, of course, I don't think there's very many electric vehicles out there where you're like, all right, we're in Houston, let's go to Fort Worth for the weekend, Josh. 4-hour drive, not a chance in this vehicle, or really most EVs out there. So it's not really surprising that it's not a 7,000 range, EV, because we're quite a far ways from even getting to the 1,000 mark at this point. I think like the extended battery Teslas, somewhere like in the 3, maybe 400 mile range.
Yeah, they're pushing up near 400. But all of this comes to a head is like, electric vehicles aren't there yet, but they are super cool. Like, we're moving forward. If you want to be an early adopter of electric vehicles, there are a ton of brands right now getting after it. Volkswagen being what's expected, according to market analysts, to be a leader, a titan in the electric vehicle industry by 2025. And by 2030, they're expecting Tesla and Volkswagen to lead the charge of all electric vehicles, no pun intended.
No pressure either, right? But when you're as large as Volkswagen Group, when you own all kinds of different brands, not just Volkswagen, you got the money and the capital to do some stuff like this. So,
and we appreciate it, Volkswagen. You guys announced it and delivered the vehicle so that people can get excited and then go buy. That's how this is supposed to work. Tesla, figure it out. But other than that, if this is something you're stoked about, go ahead and contact your local Volkswagen dealership. We're not associating with any Volkswagen dealership, but when we are here to support the car industry, and how much better way can we do that by other than informing you guys about new vehicles coming out? And this is another one of those. Go check them out.
Yeah, so apart from checking out that vehicle, check out our social media pages, give us a follow, get like, subscribe, make sure you're following everything we put out there, which you'll see at the end of this video if you're not sure where it's at. But that'll wrap up this episode of Gulf Coast Gearheads.